Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing some MekHQ. We're picking up where we left off last time in the middle of this mission. And by the way, hello guys, Varank, Mr. McGorilla. Glad you could join us. Always a pleasure to have you. So I was reviewing this mission just a little bit ago, and I noticed something, and that is that this is actually a recon mission, which I had not picked up on previously. I never did get around to reading the objectives. So option 1 is destroy the facility by destroying all the turret buildings. Option 2 is capture the facility by routing 75% of the primary op4. Option 3 is kind of interesting. Scan the buildings designated by the turrets. Scans may be conducted by moving a unit within 3 hexes of the target and foregoing all attacks. Any kind of probe, improved sensor quirk, or sensor geek SPA extends the range to 5 hexes and the unit may attack as normal. Y'all heard that, right? I did warn you that there might be a little bit of background noise today. They've been doing that all afternoon. So I hope it's not going to be too much of a disruption. Hopefully they lay off here in a little bit. But yeah, Silent K the killer doesn't read instructions, just kills. We can leave the turrets intact to take control of the facility. It is an industrial facility, so it is worth support points every week. Or we could just destroy it, or we could just recon it and bounce. When you have Stompy Mechs, reading is optional. Indeed. Yeah, you don't need to know how to read if you, all you need to do is put the target on the reticle, or the reticle on the target, one or the other. So also someone, I think it was McGorilla, had said that Hoser will save the day, and sadly, I don't know if that's going to be the case. He's way down here, and those 3 atlases are way up here. So it's basically Warwolf, Stiletto, and Ash against 3 atlases and a rifleman, with the dragon on approach, and a medium laser turret for support. They're kind of outnumbered, but I'm hoping maybe I can get Tsubasa over here to scan these. I believe it's 3 turrets. There's a machine gun turret, a small laser turret, and a rocket launcher turret here. They're all grouped together, so I could probably hit them all in one turn, just by being within 3 hexes of all of them and not shooting for a turn. And that only leaves this medium laser turret, which I think Stiletto might have a chance, because 3 hexes includes this heavy woods. If we could jump there, be relatively evasive, take 1 turn without shooting, and scan this turret. So I think that might be our way out. That might be our plan. Because otherwise, I'm going to have to fight my way through, what is it, 19 tons of armor apiece on these atlases? Which is, what, 57 tons of armor between the 3 of them? So yeah, maybe things would have been a bit different if I had read the instructions before engaging in combat, but it is what it is. We're out of position. We're just going to have to deal with it. I am definitely thinking Hoser is probably going to start trekking northwards to try to maybe cover some of this ground. Warwolf needs to get the heck out of there. He's already badly damaged all down his right side. The tactical map is not good news, really. They're bunched up, we're spread out. That's less than ideal, I think. Because it gives them more of a target-rich environment, and we're trying to concentrate our fire, bringing them down one by one. The head armor is very light, thinking about your headhunter. Yeah, if we could get a head hit on one of these atlases with a 12-point weapon, but unfortunately we don't have any 12-point weapons in the unit. Gauss rifles aren't available yet, and autocannon 20s are just too heavy to be as useful as I would like them to be. So until Gauss rifles become available, I don't tend to pack a lot of really big guns. I tend to go medium laser spam. as I'm sure you guys are all aware. It's under game. We're going to replace player because it is currently the FedCom's artillery's turn to declare our off indirect attacks. So we are going to be replacing 4 bots, all of them with the princess, and it should all be with their initial settings. So we've got long toms and thumpers incoming next turn. We've got Tsubasa needs to make an absolute mad dash for these turrets. Unfortunately, I don't want to jump into the water, so that's going to slow me down just a little bit. But I have the beginnings of a plan, and that counts for a lot. Moving northward with the awesome. Would like to be as evasive as possible. Would like to expose his left side. I think this is the best way we can accomplish both of those things. And not being within 3 hexes of that Atlas, because it is a killer at close range. Oh no. And Warwolf fails to get up. He's not going to be evasive at all this turn. And my GUI seems to be a bit large. I had turned it up to make it easier to read, but I think I may have overdone it. So yeah, Warwolf failed to get up. Avoided damage successfully, at least. That was a cunning plan. Yes, indeed. And now we've locked ourselves out of the option of carefully standing. So we're gonna have to try to do it at a run. We need another 6. We got it this time. Ash coming in with some medium laser support on this damaged Atlas. Okay, these guys. Oh, the dragon has occupied the hex that I wanted to be in. That just leaves Stiletto, who would like to jump. We're more evasive this way, even if the woods that we're in aren't as heavy. So, all right. Yes, we saw this happen. Needed a 6, got a 7 in the end, and try to bring that down a little bit more. Okay. Okay, Long Tom has destroyed a light building. Thumper has almost destroyed another. Oh, the Long Tom is shooting at turrets, stunning the crew and hitting the machine gun. And this Thumper, that's 120019, 100018, 110018. Okay, so we've got a lot of buildings taking damage, but one of the turrets has had its crew killed, so it's no longer a threat. It was fortunately, the building that collapsed was fortunately not one of the turrets, because we can't scan dead turrets or destroyed turrets. We have to scan them all while they're active. I'm gonna go ahead and start with Stiletto, not firing, so we can scan that medium laser turret. Tsubasa barely has a target with this rifleman. We'll go ahead and fire 2 large lasers at that, putting us at 4 heat for this turn. Hoser likewise needing 9s. Yeah, we'll go ahead and fire 3 of those. Do we build up 2 heat on an 11? I think we save it. I think we save it for when we're closer. Warwolf, also on the rifleman. Oh, he's gonna get a beating this turn. That's 11s and 7s with the LRMs from that guy. That's 7s and 6s with the autocannon and the LRMs. And 5s and 7s from the rifleman. So all in all, not going to be a good day for him. And it is at least all coming in on the left side, so we'll have a chance to observe some likelihood data, some RNG points of data as far as whether it's worthwhile to turn that left side or not. And we'll go ahead. Do we go up to 4 heat on the rifleman? I think we do. Ash on this Atlas. Oh, this Atlas is shooting at Ash. And he needs 9s and 10s. That shouldn't be too bad, unless he gets a little lucky with that autocannon. And we've got 10s on this Atlas, who is not really hurting yet. But we're gonna try and luck out on that. Fire all the medium lasers, and then some. Okay, so the rifleman shooting at the left side of the stalker immediately hits the right arm, critting on an LRM-10. Follows that up with an autocannon 5 to the center torso and the right torso, and a medium laser to the center torso. So all of his shots went to the center and right side. So much for turning the left to them. The Blackjack missing the rifleman on 11s. Grand Dragon on the Cronus hitting a medium laser to the center torso. That's fine. Medium laser turret on Ash, hitting the left arm twice and the right leg once, down to 12 armor on that left arm. Hoser missing on 3 9s. Sorry, buddy. Atlas number 1 at the Stalker, missing on 11s and 7s. Atlas number 2 on the Stalker, missed with the autocannon, landed 4 SRMs to the, okay, primarily the left side. 1 hit to the right, 2 to the torso, 1 to the leg. Boo, he says, indeed. And 12 LRMs, also to the left leg and left torso. Okay, so the left side is soaking up more of the damage now than it initially looked like. Stalker on the rifleman, missing with the 2 larges, missing with one of the mediums, landing mediums to the left arm and the right leg, missing with both SRM 6s. Atlas number 3, firing at Ash, landing 12 LRMs to the right leg, center torso, and left arm. Ash landing a medium laser to hit her Atlas's right torso. Stalker stays standing, Ash stays standing. Okay, just barely. Physical attacks, no opportunities. Blackjack is at 4 heat, Stalker is at 4 heat. Grand Dragon is at 5 heat. Atlas number 46 and 47 are both at 5 heat. Rifleman is at 5 heat, so those guys are going to be super slow this coming turn. 2-3 and 3-4 respectively. We've won initiative by virtue of our bonus. We're at 92%, they're at 85%. Thumpers and Long Toms landing imminently. It looks like they're still coming in on these turrets, even the dead crew turret. They're trying to destroy those, I guess, completely. Try to get in close if we can. I'm thinking next turn we jump into these woods, take a little bit of damage, but then after that hopefully we'll be able to just end the mission. Flee. Run like a bat out of hell once we accomplish our objective. Warwolf, what kind of situation are you in? You're breached on the right torso and the right arm. Left torso is down to 7, left leg is down to 12. You've lost an LRM. Is it time for Warwolf to bail out? It might just be. Turn my back to the map edge and escape next turn. I really don't want to lose another Stalker. Actually, you know what? Stiletto has enough movement to get here this turn. That's going to be a lot of artillery coming in. All of it's in 1 round, it looks like. This is in 0 rounds. This is in 0 rounds. That's going to be a lot of firepower. Is that worth doing? I'm not sure, to be honest. Ash would like to get in here and maybe karate chop this Atlas at close range, or do we want to stay further away from that autocannon 20? Oh man, there are some tough calls this battle, even with the plan that I had. Not worth it. Do we skirt around the edge? Try to pick them up one at a time? We could jump to, say, here. Let's see. Thumpers only have a splash radius of 1 hex. So as long as those land on target, we can scan this turret in relative safety. But we could end the mission right now. Stay away from AC-20 is always a good idea. Indeed. Yeah. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna scout these turrets this turn, weather the barrage, prepare to pull out. Long Tom destroying building 1018, 110018, 100019. Killed the crew. So that's 3 turrets neutralized. And the 4th one stunned. And none of that landed on Stiletto. So that's... Alright, let's commit to that. Grand Dragon has a shot on Stiletto. Tsubasa doesn't seem to have a shot on anyone, with all those buildings and forests in the way. Hoser surprisingly doesn't have shots. Oh, just this dragon, I guess. On 6s, that's what we were saving those heat points for. 6s and 8s. Yeah, let's try to beat on this dragon a little bit. Warwolf. Might as well Alpha Strike on the Rifleman. That's 6 heat for the turn, but that's still mobile enough to... As long as he stays standing at the end of the round, he can escape next turn. We've got 11s on this Atlas, so we'll be lucky to hit with even one of those. It did actually... Did I miss it? I didn't see any hits. Must have missed it. What can I say? I started early. Medium laser turret missing the stalker on 9s. Rifleman missing the stalker on an 8 and landing an AC5 on a 6 to the left arm. Grand Dragon missing the Cronus. Atlas missing the Cronus on 11s. Atlas landing a medium laser on the stalker's left leg and missing with everything else, fortunately. Hoser landing 2 out of 3. One of them glancing off the center torso, the other one solidly hitting the right leg. 2 out of 3 on 6s is, I want to say, below average. Atlas on the Archer missing on 12s and 10s. Stalker on the Rifleman landing a large laser to the left torso, medium laser to the center torso. 6 LRMs to the arms, 4 SRMs to the torso and legs. Dragon missing the Cronus. Ash on 11s missing with everything, and the Rifleman staying standing. We're not going to kick the dead turret. Fire was started this round. Let me... Building destroyed, critical hit. Oh yeah, Cronus takes 5 to the left arm. I missed that. Cronus takes 5 to the left torso. Critical. Wow, I really did miss a lot. However, we have now successfully scanned all of the turrets, which means that we can, if we were so inclined, end the mission here and now. But I feel like that's a little bit of a cop-out. I don't know if you guys agree or not. But we've still got all 3 Atlases to deal with. kind of want to put it to a poll. Who thinks we bug out now? Who thinks we stick around or try to retreat legitimately? Oh, that's where the fire got started. Overheated. Yeah, definitely going to. Where is it? Flee? I'm missing it. I'm missing it. Why is flee not an option? Oh, because I've got the wrong mech selected. That's why. Yes, we're getting the stalker out of there. I'd like to see you stick it out because I have faith in you. Ash is isolated once the stalker exits, though. Yeah, that is true. And there is an Atlas bearing down on her at what I assume is full speed. He's a 5'6". We're a 6'3". Maybe we can knock him down? Maybe not this round. There's no way we can get out of his firing arc. Is it worth risking a 20-point hit? If it hits us in the left side, we're pretty hosed. But the right side or the legs could take it. Let me hold off on that for a minute. We'll jump. Stiletto. How high is this building? That is a height 2 building, so that will block LOS to that Atlas if we jump into those woods. Where else could we potentially go that's not suicidal? Or do we fall back and pull out? Oh man, these are not easy decisions. Right. Let's keep going after this rifleman, I think, for now. And then we need to start falling back, because I know Hoser does not want to be that close to an Atlas. Hex's line of sight is blocked by terrain. Is that mech to mech? It is not blocked. How high is this building? Height 1, height 1. Yeah, I'm relatively sure that's not actually blocked for a mech shooting on a mech. It gives us partial cover, I think. Let me see. Follow this line. That hex, that hex, that hex. That hex, yes. We do have partial cover from the Grand Dragon there. We'll jump into the back of this Atlas, I think, and unload into his relatively weak rear armor. I say relatively. If it was me, I'd be regrouping. I mean, Stiletto is more mobile than anyone else. Stiletto can move to support Tsubasa, Hoser, or Ash next turn. Question is, what do I do with Ash this turn? And I think the answer is stay out of Autocannon 20's short range. Maybe next turn we'll jump in behind him. Atlas, running and turning, needs a 3, gets a 5. Dragon needs a 4, gets a 5. Alright, long-tom artillery destroys a building. Thumper landing on the Cronus for 15 to the right leg, right torso, and right arm. Grand Dragon taking 10 to the chest. Atlas taking 5 to the left leg. Rocket launcher is hit. Buildings absorbing damage. That good stuff. I think that's in his rear arc. We'll check. This hex. This hex. This hex. No, we're on the line. So we're in his side arc. Which is not quite where I was hoping we could be. Let's start off with some lasers. On 10s. Moving into some PPCs. Oh, there's a locust in Hoser's back. And we need 2s on the rifleman. What do we need? Actually, rifleman's less of a threat than the Atlas. This Atlas is a 4-4. He's the best pilot they've got, I think. That should be 5s. Yeah, we've got 5s on this Atlas. If we can hit him with at least 2 of them, we might knock him down. We'll go to 3 heat and switch to medium lasers next turn. I guess we've got 8s on the side of that dragon, putting us at heat neutral. And Stiletto with the backstab into the Atlas. It's going to be 6s all day long. We'll build up as much heat as we possibly can this turn to do that. Rifleman landing on a large laser and an autocannon on Hoser's arms. Locust missing with both machine guns. No medium laser, that's curious. Ash firing at the Atlas, hitting him in the right arm and the right torso with medium lasers. Grand Dragon landing a center torso hit with his PPC on the Archer. My arm's armor. And the paint. Always with the paint. Atlas landing a medium laser on the Cronus' left torso. Awesome at the Atlas, hitting it in the right leg, and the right torso critical, taking out that scary, scary gun. So I'd definitely say you gave better than you got this turn, Hoser. Atlas number 46 missing on 11s. Atlas 47 missing on a 10. Did tag the dragon in the left arm for 4 points with one of those large lasers. They made me mad. They messed up the paint. Indeed. Go into a berserker rage. Medium laser turret, which I thought all the turrets were dead. I guess I was wrong. Landing 3 medium lasers on Ash's right torso and left leg. Cronus in the Atlas, landing the large laser and a medium laser on the right arm. Left torso and right torso rear each take a medium laser. Right torso rear, left torso rear each taking a small laser, and the SRM-4 missed. Could have gotten a breach if we'd gotten really lucky, but we did not. Archer stays standing, Atlas stays standing. Atlas needs a 5 and gets a 4. Takes 10 damage to the left arm and right torso. Alright, we're not kicking a building. We are... Can we punch with both arms? No, just the left arm. Or we can kick him on a 5. 5 is really good. Let's go for the kick. Grand Dragon kicks the Cronus in the right leg. Dragon misses a kick on the Cronus. Needs a 7, gets a 6. Cronus needs a 5, gets a 4. So missing that kick on the Atlas. Cronus was kicked, missed a kick, needs 4s to stay standing, gets a 6 and a 9. Dragon missed a kick, gets a 5, needs a 5, gets a 5. Hoser is at 3 heat, Cronus is at 2 heat, Grand Dragon is at 4 heat, Rifleman is at 6 heat. They're dancing badly. Did the Atlas knock it to the ground? The Atlas did not knock anyone to the ground. The Atlas fell on the ground from taking 20 plus damage. We have lost the initiative going into round 5. Ooh, we're at 75%, largely because of the stalker would be still at about 9,000 BV if he was still around. Let's see, they're at 79%, so they are pulling ahead. Or they had pulled ahead. We're probably gaining on them again a little bit. Yeah, all the kicks, all the missed kicks, and all that good stuff. Yeah, dancing badly means a lot of bad kicks and a hoop, hoop, hoop. You guys can't see that, but I was dancing with my legs and a little kicking motion. Yeah, we'll walk for some evasion into heavy woods where we've got a nice clean shot on whoever sticks around. Hopefully the Atlas doesn't like spin this way and confront us. Let's see. Actually, we can go ahead. Is it worth the run, or do we walk? We can still hatch it. Yeah, let's do that. At best, he's got one medium laser he can throw at us. Hoser really wants to wait for that locust to move, but I don't know if that's going to happen. A little bit of evasion, 4 hexes to the rifleman. I think that's our move. It also gives us, looks like a little bit of cover from the Atlas, but not from this woods or this smoke hex, unfortunately. But we're in the smoke, which is good for a point, and we moved for a point, so that's 2 points of evasion. Honestly, I would rather have backed up, but that locust was just sitting there doing nothing. This Atlas skidded and took some back damage. Can we walk behind him? Only by walking on a building. Looks like we're going to be jumping again, but it's a short jump. I wish short jumps were less inhibitive to your firing than long jumps, but the rules is what they is. Atlas, running and turning on pavement needs a 4, gets a 3, takes 10, 5 to the center torso rear, 5 to the right leg. Wait, he's prone. Are we still gonna get back shots on him? I'm not sure. Blackjack takes 5 to the left leg. Building destroyed. Building destroyed. Rocket launcher destroyed by building collapse. We'll go with a pair of 7 or a 7 and a quartet of 9s. Oh, that noise, in case you're wondering, is the new scratcher that we got, the cats. So, nothing to be alarmed about. Oh, the rifleman decided to flip arms and is shooting at Ash, who is not at all evasive, needing 5s. So I guess I misjudged when I said that all that he could bring to bear was a medium laser, because that might end up hurting a little bit. But we've got a pair of 1s. Hey. Let's see, we'll go up to 4 heat, because he's not in the arc for the medium lasers. Atlas lying on the ground sounds like fun? Yeah, indeed. Since I'm doing this one-handed, I'll click twist button instead of shift clicking like I usually do. And we've got 8s into the back of this Atlas. Hopefully we should hit with at least a couple of those. we've got 6s into the back of this Atlas. We'll go up to 3 heat there. Alright, Blackjack at the Atlas, landing large laser to the right leg, medium laser to the left torso, medium laser to the right arm and left torso. Down to 22 armor on that left torso. That's weak for him. The Rifleman landing a large laser in both autocannons on Ash to the left torso and center torso, down to 5 armor on the left and 8 on the center. Locust missing on 10s. Awesome at the Rifleman, hitting the left arm twice, destroying it and blowing it off, transferring into the left torso. The third one also hits the left arm, transferring into the left torso, and then the large laser to the right leg, going internal but no crit. Grand Dragon landing a PPC on Ash's left arm, leaving it with 0 armor there. Atlas at the Cronus lands a medium laser to the left torso. Ash at the Atlas, landing 2 medium lasers to the left arm, 1 to the center torso rear, left leg, the head, forcing his first consciousness check, and the right torso rear, leaving him with 5 armor there. The Atlas at Hoser, missing on 11s. Atlas at Ash, hitting with a medium laser to the left leg and left torso. Would have been the head, but rerolled with edge. Left torso is down to 0 armor on that mech. The Cronus at the Atlas using the rear table. Okay, so even prone, we can hit him in the back. I guess I had forgotten the specifics of that rule. So yeah, we did hit him in the right arm with a large laser, left leg with a medium laser, small lasers to the left arm and right arm. Right arm is down to 0 armor, left arm is still at 31. And 3 missiles to the arms and left leg. The Dragon firing at Ash, hitting the medium laser to the left leg, down to 7 armor. Medium laser turret hitting the right torso of Ash's Archer, down to 8 armor. Ash needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 4. Takes 7 to the right torso and center torso. No one else goes down. Dang, I was really hoping to hatchet him in the back. Yeah, so all 3 of the Atlases starting to look a little chewed up, but not as much as they need to be. Be real nice if that Stalker could re-enter the battle and support us, but that was a one-way ticket. We do have a physical attack here. We're gonna kick him in the back on a 5 to the center torso rear, which does penetrate, but doesn't get the crit. Not quite. Needed an 8, got a 7. The Locust tried to kick Hoser and missed, and needs an 8 to stay standing because of his cramped cockpit, and he gets a 9. Hoser's right is at 4 heat, the Cronus is at 3, the Grand Dragon is at 3, the Rifleman is at 7. So any more of that, and he will be looking at targeting penalties. We've won initiative going into round 6. We're at 73%. They're at 74. So they're almost below us again. And yeah, ouch is right. Thumpers and Long Toms will be landing momentarily. Oh, there's an Atlas behind Hoser. That is not good. At 3 hexes? No. No, sir. That gives us through the hex of, that's heavy smoke, so that's equivalent to heavy woods. We'll go ahead and turn to face him. That's the one without the AC-20. That is true. So he's down to 2 medium lasers and an SRM-6 up close. That's actually not bad. I appreciate the heads up. I had forgotten that that one was largely toothless. I need to wait for that Locust to move before I can do anything though, because I want to get in. I don't know if I want to get into kicking distance, but well, we could do that. That would put him outside of our minimum range. Ash may need some help. That is a good point. With the dragon and the Atlas and the Grand Dragon and the Rifleman all up in her area. So I think Hoser is going to spend his 2/3 of his movement points turning this turn. And then maybe next turn we can back up to the edge or something. Actually, no. I want eyes on this Atlas, and I want eyes on him from 4 hexes if I could. Actually, the minimum range isn't such a big deal because we've got the specialty on those PVCs. Should be able to see him from there, right? Line of sight is not blocked, 1 heavy smoke. Okay, yeah, that's the move for this turn. Tsubasa can jump to here and lay some medium lasers into this guy's back. Ash. Does not want to end her turn 3 hexes within 3 hexes of that Atlas. Let's see. Not hex, not hex, not hex. So from here would be in his rear arc. This one hasn't really taken any rear damage yet. Oh no, he has. Do we capitalize on that or do we continue going for this Rifleman? Rifleman's down to 2 guns, but well, 2 medium lasers count too, I guess. Alright, everyone who made checks succeeded on their checks. Locust is going to generate 4 more heat this turn because he ran through fire. Blackjack takes 5 from artillery to the left torso. Atlas takes 5 to the right torso from artillery. Atlas takes 5 to the right torso. That is the same one, number 45. Destroyed a building. Turret destroyed by building collapse. At this point, there are no more turrets. This base has been destroyed. I feel like we can declare victory at this point. But let me see if I can take down one of these Atlases first. 2, 3, 4. Two. Oh, need to twist. On 6s, we'll go for 3 6s. And might as well throw in an 11 because we don't have the heat for the large laser. Oh, Ash is going to be hurting this turn. Let me just see this arrow here. 9s with the autocannon 20 and everything else. We've got backshots on the dragon, but also on 9s. Which means that any hits are likely to glance off because I need an 11 or better for a solid hit, and that's not going to happen. So we've got 6s and 8s into the back of this Atlas. Keep the small lasers because they're out of range. Go up to 4 heat. Do we go up to 5 or 6? Not on 10s. Not on 10s we don't. Rifleman landing an autocannon 5 on Ash's right torso down to 13 armor, or 13 structure. Locust scratching Hoser's paint, medium lasers to the left arm, or medium laser and a machine gun to the left arm. Blackjack at the Atlas, critting on his center torso rear, going into his gyro, his engine, and one of his medium lasers. So that Atlas, number 45, is potentially going down and staying down and building up extra heat to boot. The number 45 is the next one that we can worry less about. Also hitting him in the head with a medium laser, forcing his first consciousness check. Medium laser to the left torso rear, critting out his LRMs. Medium lasers to the left leg and left torso rear, down to 13 structure there. A Grand Dragon hitting Archer in the center torso with a PPC, down to 18 structure. That's worrisome. I haven't seen it happen yet, but that's very vulnerable. All it's going to take is one good solid hit, and that archer is toast. Needing 10s and 11s and 8s, missing with everything. Awesome on the Atlas, hitting it in the left torso and center torso with PPCs. Atlas number 46, hitting Ash with 12 LRMs to the right leg and left torso. Would have been the head, but we used our last point of edge. And Atlas number 47, missing on 9s with the autocannon, fortunately, and 3 SRMs to the left torso, right arm, and right leg. We're going to have some pretty hefty repair bills after this. Archer at the Dragon, glancing off the left torso rear with 1 medium laser. The Dragon landing a medium laser on the Archer's left leg, down to 2 armor there. Cronus at the Atlas, landing a medium laser to the left arm, and 2 SRMs to the left and right torso rear. Archer stays standing. Atlas falls down, takes 5 to the right arm and 5 to the chest, leaving it with 42 armor on the chest. Makes his second consciousness check, which he is successful at, and then Atlas number 46 needs a 5, gets a 10. So definitely stays standing there. The Locust and the Rifleman both miss kicks on the Hoser, and both stay standing, if just barely in the case of the Locust. And as much as I would love to continue this battle, I think it might be wise to withdraw at this point. Ash is in trouble. Ash is in a lot of trouble. One lucky hit and we're going to need a new archer. I don't want to do that. We're going to declare a victory. And it should end at the end of the turn. Yes, fortunately. We do always save salvage. Only the Kronos got a kill. Except for the Thumpers. Oh. And I forgot that they had reinforcements on the way. Could have some new Atlases, though. I don't feel like we controlled the battlefield at the end of that mission. Kronos killed an LRM carrier. That must have been last week, because I don't remember seeing an LRM carrier. Oh yeah, no, I remember seeing it on the map now. We did not control the battlefield. Stalker took heavy damage. Internal to the right torso and right arm. Gonna need an LRM-10. Not too bad. Reinforcements, I know I was saying if we stayed, but I'm okay with going. Yeah. Yeah, this is not good. No armor at all on the left torso, left arm, barely any on the left leg. Center torso down to 18 points, and there are still 2 autocannon 20s on the field. Awesome took critical paint damage. Indeed. Scratched the arms. And the Kronos took, I think, mainly artillery damage. Well, took, what, 17 points to that right leg altogether. Oh, Warwolf took a hit. I guess I'd forgotten that. The turrets were all destroyed by artillery. The LRM carrier goes to Stiletto. Force withdrawal. We did not. Destroy 100% of the turrets. We did do that. Not so much we as our allies. Scan the buildings. I mean, I guess technically we did. Reserve 75%, we did not. Force withdrawal 75%, we did not. The facility will be destroyed. How do we have -3 scenario victory points? That should have been a victory. Call it a marginal victory, I guess. Yeah, we'll call that a victory even though we had like -2 scenario victory points at the end. there an after action report? There is. Facility is destroyed. Facility will not be captured. Okay, that's fine. And we have nothing on the field anymore. Okay. Blackjack has been recovered for 3,750 C-bills. Hoser's Ride has been recovered for exactly twice that much C-bills worth of compensation. Stalker is going to be 91, almost 92,000. The Archer is 57,000. The Cronus is at 27,000. So yeah, let's get some people in the infirmary. Let's go ahead and assign Warwolf there, and we can swap this one over as well. Holger. We do have rather a lot of repairs that we need to do now. Let's see, that's 1, 2. Is there any way? No, even with control, even with shift. We'll just do this the long way. Alright, everyone's in a transport bay because that's what we have access to. Because I said so, dang it. Not to be contrary or anything, but it's just easier that way. And we have no veteran or better techs available right now. Not doing that on a 5. Definitely want a 4 or less on that center torso, unless we want that damage to become permanent. Because knowing my luck, it would be. But we can have Ogiko repair the right torso. We can have, I guess, Kazuko get started on this left torso on a 6. 11 out of 15. Maybe we wait on that one. See, that's the roll that would have been the center torso. We just lost 28 points of armor. Let me do that real quick. Sorry, I meant to turn the AC up before I got started, and I forgot to. So, I apologize for the background noise. It should stop here in just a moment. Sosek can do 22 points of armor. Ogiko on an 8. Why is that? Oh, because it's an E quality part. Get that down to a 5. We'll have, I guess, Sosek get started on that and finish tomorrow. And this archer is in rough shape. All the parts are E quality, seems like. Alright, holding off on the center and left torso until we've got veteran techs that can work on it. That's all in progress. This is going to be a bear. Not on a 6, I don't think so. On a 4 we can do that. That'll take 300 minutes of tomorrow's time. We can have Ratnabala do some reloading for us with the SRMs and the LRMs. We're gonna want to spend a full day doing the LRM 10. Okay. Grand Dragon, Orion, Guillotine. Wait, hold on. Okay. So the Grand Dragon needs a leg and an arm, but that's being worked on. The Orion needs an arm, that's being worked on. The Guillotine needs an actuator and some damage repaired. That's being worked on. The Cronus did not take too much damage, fortunately. And actually, the Cronus is easy to maintain, which means all of its parts are C or better quality. Go ahead and start on those. Start on that. I guess start on that. And start on that. Green tech on a 6. Yeah, we'll do that. And maybe Ratnabala will gain an XP eventually. Yes, get that mech off of my list. The blackjack. Ooh, 9s because that is D. 7 because that's B. And we fixed it. Alright, that is literally all of our techs occupied through tomorrow. Warehouse, how are we for armor? We have 205 points and another 480, 160, what? 740? 640, I think, points. Yeah. Let's go ahead and order some more of that. Do we have any XP that we can spend after that debacle? Chris Wang is 1 XP short of being our first elite tech. Yeah. Administrators, I don't think any of them are going up. Aerospace pilots, dependents, we're saving up for those. Doctors, no one's going up. Mech warriors. Let's see. Ruby has almost enough for another gunnery, which I think is what we're saving up for. Vale has enough for gunnery or piloting. If anyone sees him, let him know. Zero Chew is still 2 away from getting a piloting point. Nairn Limbrick. Ash has enough for gunnery. Ash has enough actually for 2 gunnery, so we're going to go ahead and do that because those medium lasers are going to be much more effective. As a 3-4. And now Range Master Medium. Remind me. Pull this up. Range Master. Does that mean it's swapped with short range, I think? Range modifiers are swapped with short range. Okay, so Ash now at medium range has a modifier of 0 for range, and at close range has a modifier of 2. So that's, I mean, not ideal for someone who carries hatchets. Can I reject that? Can I just, like, take it away? I don't know. Seems like a waste of XP. We'll give it a try. We'll see how it works, because maybe those medium lasers at close range and then the hatchets, or the medium lasers at medium range and then the hatchets at close range could be a good combo. We'll see. Let's see. Tsubasa has enough for a piloting, which will make him a veteran as well, and he gets multitasker, which could be cool in his blackjack. Let's see. Earl Sinclair has enough for piloting, but I'm gonna, or no, it does not. It's 2 points short. I was thinking 5 points was all you need to go from 5 to 4. I was wrong. Hoser has 7 XP, which isn't enough for anything at his level. Marco Scarponi has 7, which isn't quite enough for piloting yet. Melissa Eisenberg. When did we pick you up? I don't even remember you. But we can go ahead and make you a 7/7 for what that's worth, if we're ever going to use you. Bessie Caesar does not have quite enough to be a regular pilot. Victorama, all these people have 3 XP or less. So, okay, so that is our XP spent. We didn't pick up any salvage because we didn't control the battlefield, so we don't have to worry about assigning any techs. And it's only Wednesday, so we don't have to worry about a battle coming up until like 5 days from now. So we've got 15 tons of armor arrived, plenty of LRM and SRM ammo, some actuators, a cockpit, and a leg have all arrived. Fixed rather a lot of stuff on a lot of different mechs. The Archer, the Blackjack, the Cronus, all, and the Stalker all got a little bit fixed. Heatsink on the Stalker is going to be Monroe Thompson. How much time are you spending a day? You're spending 30 minutes a day doing that. That's going to be maybe a little while. On the Stalker 4P. Yeah, that's going to be like another 9 days at this rate. Yeesh. That's the 75-ton Stalker. That always trips me out that there's a 75-ton Stalker. Hey, makes me want to design a 70-ton rifleman or a 100-ton rifleman, which I did actually do once. It's called the Barrage. Just a little knockoff of my own design. It upgrades the large lasers to PPCs and the autocannon 5s to 10s. So with enough tech, it actually also has plenty of armor and heat sinks. But the basic version is lacking in those things, just like the original Rifleman. Failed to get the right arm on the Orion. Susan Powell gained an XP for fixing the armor on a Panther. Chris also fixed the armor on a Panther. Giovanna Alexander got an XP. Oh, right, for finding some armor. How about these administrators? Are any of them still no? None of them are going up. All right, back to the repair bay. I know, everyone's favorite part of the game. We'll have Susan start on this right torso and hopefully be done tomorrow. We'll have B replace this LRM-10 real quick. Good deal. And then the rest is mostly gonna be armor, it looks like. The Orion is gonna need this arm. We have Lonnie do that, I think. Yeah. We need a leg on this Grand Dragon, but that's salvage. And we've got 3. No, we don't need a 3. I do want a 4 though. Six. I don't think I like a 6. We'll have Tamalika do that. No. We'll have Chris do that on a 4 because she has Mr. Fix-It, Mrs. Fix-It. And that'll be done tomorrow. Okay, so Ash's mech is almost fixed. The Orion is almost fixed. The Stalker's got a ways to go. Let's just go ahead and spend as much time as we can fixing this guy up. Nida, working on that. Zuko, working on that. Even at ×4 time, we're still looking at 4s. That's kind of ridiculous. And this thing is in really bad condition. Alright, so we've still got some text left over. What can they be working on? That's all in progress. That is. That's gonna wait. That is. We can have someone put the cockpit in this Panther over the course of like the next 4 days. We'll have, I guess, Shoyab do that. Because he's only got 3 XP. We're waiting on that industrial cockpit. We're waiting on another cockpit. And it needs legs. Rifleman needs a cockpit and a leg. The SRM carrier should be in progress. Alright, that's about it for the repair bay for today. Going into Thursday. Ammo and armor have arrived. Heavy industrial armor and a standard cockpit, so we can get started on something. Vernita is still working on the Stalker's armor. The right torso got fixed. Kazuko failed to fix the armor on the Stalker that he was assigned to. Everything else looks like it got fixed. The heatsink is going to be like 8 more days. Still working on the foot actuator, the right torso of the rifleman. How much time is Amelia spending? Oh, like 55 minutes. Okay, so that should be done tomorrow. We'll get that off the list. Oh, and refits. Yeah, we've got 3 mechs down to less than 9,000 minutes left. So hopefully that'll be done by the end of this contract, which is until June 26th, it looks like. Do we have anyone that can do recon? Undamaged? Yeah, Mariana Lance can do recon. Tonga Lance. That archer is not done yet, is it? Or the stalker? No, stalker's not done yet. Will be done soon. I'll say or B. We'll have B do this. Two pops on 4s. Another 4, and that is the Orion off of my list, finally. The Grand Dragon still needs a leg, and we can have, I guess, Penny work on that on a 7. Or Ogiko can start working on that. Champion still needs legs. Rifleman still needs legs. I don't know what it is about me and destroying legs. Grand Dragon, I guess. Yeah, we can have Penny start on that. It'll be about 2 days. Working, waiting on parts and techs. That'll be done tomorrow. All right. Going into Friday. Armor and ammo have arrived. Just another standard cockpit. How many of those do we still have on the way? System components. It's under S. Standard. Nope. Equipment. Nope. Miscellaneous? Nope. Where's cockpit listed? Well, it's somewhere on this list. I was hoping to narrow it down. MRS. Standard cockpit. Okay, so we've got 2 more en route. Let's go ahead and get 3 more of those, because we're going to need them eventually. Let's also see if maybe there's any parts that need repairing besides this gyro that's going to be an 8 or better, even with a veteran. Double heatsink. We'll have Susan try to fix that on a 5. Nice. An upper leg actuator. Can have a regular do that relatively easily. So sick. Yes. Alright, so the Stalker 4P is a work in progress. The Grand Dragon is a work in progress. The Panther should be done tomorrow. The Dig King should be done tomorrow. The Champion needs a cockpit and legs. I will have, I guess, George Valdez work on that for like 3 days. An 8? I don't think so. 7's not great either. Chris has edge, right? How much edge does he have? He has 1, which is not a lot. Let's see if we can get the leg on this champion. I kind of like champions. They're not great looking, but I feel like it's a pretty good platform, all things considered. We can have, I guess, Fred work on that on a 7. And Tamalika work on that on a 7. That leaves Loney. Are we running out of things to fix? I think we're running out of things to fix. Double checking. Oh, we need a right leg for the champion. Three on order. Let's go ahead and throw in 1 more of those. We'll advance the day. Let me check the log. Going into Saturday, maintenance on the Stalker Mark II. Oh, it's a good thing we fixed it before this. I'm seeing 2 Fs and a bunch of Es. Why are we not spending extra time maintaining that Stalker? Stalker. There we go. Wait, Mark II. Let's give that ×4 maintenance time. Who is working on that? Veronica. Let's maybe assign that to someone else. I'm thinking maybe Sosik. And hopefully, because we're losing 1 by switching to a regular from a veteran, but we're gaining 3 by adding extra time, so that's +2. So hopefully that Stalker starts coming around eventually. Still working on the heatsink, still working on the foot actuator, still working on that right torso. Got the left leg on the Rifleman, still working on the cockpit. Failed to get the left leg on the Grand Dragon and destroyed the part. Can we maybe order another one of these? We lost a leg. We did indeed. I'm actually about to see if we need more of those. That was left leg 60 ton, I believe. And we'll have, I guess, Loney take another shot at that on a 7. Grand Dragon has to hop now. Well, he's in better shape than he was. He was legless. Now the industrial cockpit, we can have Susan do that on a 4. At least we won't worry about breaking it. Champion also needs a leg. We'll have, I guess, Penny do that on a 7. Rifleman just needs a bunch of actuators. Oh, and some armor and heat sinks. I'm just imagining the Grand Dragon hopping around the battlefield on one leg. I mean, I guess that is what they have to do when they're missing a leg, because unlike some games, once you're missing a leg, you're not completely out of the fight. Even with both legs, you're not completely out of the fight, unlike the video games. Alright, the rifleman just needs a cockpit and a right torso fixed. That should be just a couple more days. The champion needs a right leg. Wait, champion has a 300 engine? How many tons is the champion? I thought it was 55. No, it's 60. Okay, I was thinking the champion was a medium mech. That's a right leg. 60 ton. Okay, we do have a couple of those in transit, so we'll just add one to the list. Alright, everything else is being worked on. Five tons of heavy industrial armor have arrived, 2 standard cockpits, 5 tons of standard armor, and a right leg. The Stalker 4P is still getting a heat sink and a foot actuator. Rifleman still getting its right torso fixed. We did get the cockpit on the champion, and Corporal George Valdez earned an XP for that. Failed to get the left leg on the Grand Dragon, but at least we didn't break it this time. Still working on the champion's left leg and the Dig King's cockpit. Rifleman refit will be done in less than 10 days. So that's cool. I'm a fan of the Rifleman 4N upgrade that I've got. Found some parts, so that's cool. Going into the repair bay. Okay, who wants to fix this cockpit? B? 1 of 5? Sure. Working. Chris? 1 of 7. Maybe fix that leg. Tamalika on a 7, fix that leg. And those are both going to be apparently like 5 more days. So everything is being worked on that can be worked on, except for this gyro, which I would like to try to save if I could, but not on an 8. Even a 7 is kind of iffy. But if we break it, we can always sell it for full price, which is surprising. Going into Monday. Okay, so no missions have spawned, which is good. The Stalker is still getting a heatsink and an actuator. The Rifleman's still getting the right torso fixed. Who's working on that? Guillaume. Guillaume is only spending 30 minutes a day doing that. So that's going to be, what, another 13 days? Can we maybe assign some of his stuff to someone else? What units is he working on? The Awesome and the Panther. Okay, let's give that Panther to someone else. Actually, let's put the Panther in mothballs. Have Ratnabala do that. How long is he spending on Hoser's Ride? Doesn't want to tell me. 360 minutes. Okay, so that should accelerate this right torso. Now, and we just went from 13 days to 4 days. Okay, the champion got its legs on. It just needs armor and actuators. Penny, I think, wants to do the armor. Let's see. We'll go ahead and do ×2 on the actuators for time. And just have a bunch of these regular techs knock those out on 4s. Oh, I saw that turned red. We're out of actuators. The Grand Dragon just needs a foot actuator. The list is getting short. Excuse me. And our Mrs. Fix-It is not ready for another job yet. Alright, 2 cockpits and 5 tons of armor have arrived. Still working on the heatsink and the foot actuator on that Stalker 4P. Still working on the right torso of the Rifleman. We got the cockpit in the Rifleman. 2,800 minutes left on the 4N upgrade. Mothballed the Panther. Foot actuators will be arriving starting in 1 day. Being worked on. Gonna be another day. Being worked on. Gonna be about another 9 days, I think. And waiting on parts which should come in tomorrow. Who's got the most XP? That would be B. Worked on, being worked on. Alright, things are going to start accelerating now. Those 3 are all still in progress. Yeah, some legs have arrived. Oh, battle. There were 2 battles this week that I did not notice. Because they didn't show up in the daily log until today. Can mothball the 1G? What 1G? Actually, we can mothball champion. We can mothball a lot of things. Oh, the dragon 1G. We'll have Shoyab. We'll start mothballing that. The Dig King. I kind of want to assign that to someone and put it in the TONE. Let's see, the Rifleman 3N, which is now fixed. We can mothball that. The Stalker 4P, the 75-ton Stalker that I keep tripping over. We can mothball that guy. This Trebuchet that I don't remember. And mothball that. And we've got, yeah, let's see, this Long Tom needs to be assigned a driver. Probably a regular since it's never actually going to see combat, and gunners. How many gunners does a Long Tom take, I wonder? There is a way to check, I'm just too lazy. Uh, 7 of 7 crew members. Give it to one of the recruits, that's what I was thinking, yeah. One of these green or ultra greens. 6-4, 6-4, 5-5. Yeah, I think you get it. Dig King. That's going in the rear echelon under the rescue and recovery. Okay, so that's gonna free up a fair amount of tech time with all of the guys all of the mechs that are no longer being maintained, because they're being put into mothballs. Okay, so we've got a battle today and another mission in 2 days, a harass mission. This battle mission is us against 11,000 points of Op 4. That's Von Luckner, a pair of Panthers, a Galleon, a Packrat, a Saracen, SRM carrier, a Whitworth, a Dragon, a Crusader, and a Quick Draw. That SRM carrier is scary. That's a 2-2 pilot in that. And doesn't say. Op 4 markings indicate a veteran force, yeah. 2-2s and stuff. What lance do we send against these 3 lances? Oh, not you. 2-2 SRM carrier is pretty scary. I agree. However, it is limited by its range. Let's see. Do we send Tonga Lance again? So what lance? We've got 10-5, 10-2, 7-3. Yeah, Tonga is our strongest lance. Just a straight up battle. Destroy 50% of the enemies. Yeah, let's go with Tonga. Or is it on the campaign stat? Oh, there it is. That's the battle. That's harass, which is +1 victory point. Ooh, we could reinforce. We have support points. Do we double up? What's the other mission? Are we going to want to double up for that? Harass against 4,000 points of the enemy. Oh, and they're sending artillery vehicles. Yeah, we're going to reinforce the heck out of that. Alright, so that's going to be Tonga Lance against in the battle. And that's on this tab. Battle, Tonga, manage. Commit. We're not adding any auxiliary units because I don't feel like losing any auxiliary units, except, well, we could throw in a Thumper or a Long Tom, but I don't think we're going to. All right. Let's get this battle underway. Wait, hold on. We've got a reroll. 25 by 35, daylight, calm and clear, coastal sandy river. Yeah, let's see what this map looks like. Sandy river. Fair amount of cover. Nice little patch of water, maybe dividing us. We're deploying on the west, they're deploying on the east. We do have allied artillery deploying off board and unknown hostiles in the form of a demolisher, a devastator, and a partisan. Demolisher and the devastator both pack twin autocannon 20s. If we're lucky, yeah, they're deploying in the northeast, we're deploying in the west, so hopefully, oh, they're not deploying until round 10 though. That's gonna be, we're gonna have to draw it. Awesome is twice the BV of the Stalker. Yeah, that's because there's a 2-3 pilot instead of a 4-4 for one thing. Yeah, I think that's, it's not quite twice, it's 1,200 more. Not even 1,200 more. 1,100 and change. Yeah, 50% more. But, I mean, that's a 2-3 pilot versus a 4-4 pilot. So, what do you expect? That, and it does have the, Well, they both have double heat sinks. Yeah. So do we want to reroll anything? Do we want to maybe make it dawn or dusk, or add some fog or rain? Do we want to mess with the map settings? We could add some civilization. We could add some elevation. Elevation is going to favor the tanks, though, I think. High levels of sand. Maybe add some rough patches. See what that looks like. Do we really want a big river? That's a good question. Let me do a little bit of analysis. And I'll set that back down. Okay. Long range, mobile, short range, mobile, short and long range, short range. Against Panthers are basically long range. The von Luckner, basically short range. Galleon is short range. The Pack Rat is short range. The Saracen is a hover, so it's going to be able to cross the river easily. The SRM carrier is, yeah, a river might separate us from the SRM carrier. Yeah, I'm thinking, I kind of think I do want to keep that river intact, just because it'll slow them down on their approach to us. It'll keep that SRM carrier out of range, depending. Water. River high, lakes low. Maybe do medium lakes. We'll do low lakes. High rivers as high as it goes, but apparently it's not always going to be across the middle of the board. They're going to be deploying on, what was it, the northeast, and we're deploying on the west, I think? Or do I have that backwards? No, northeast and west. Wait, no, east and west. It's the unknowns that are deploying on the north. All right, I think we're ready to do this. We have one initiative going into the deployment phase. They do have us by almost 500 points of BV, but we have artillery. And there is a map, or there is a river across the map that is not, I think, going to necessarily keep the SRM carrier away from us if he deploys on the south side. Before. Poser, I kind of want you just to move to this woods hex and just overwatch all of this and all of this. So we're going to deploy you at the very north edge. If worst comes to worst, we can always cross the river right here. Alright, so they've got a panther down there. We can counter that with a blackjack. Or, I mean, he's probably going to be moving that way, I think. Yeah, that works. Oh, the von Lochner and the SRM carrier are there. Let me, not in line with the water, but this way. Galleon, pack rat, 2 galleons and a pack rat. I really want to take that SRM carrier out ASAP. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Actually, if we start here, we can jump to here, I think, on turn 1, and then start heading this way. But do we really want to, or do we want to try to counter? Yeah, that's a fair amount of force clustering up around the mouth of this river. And then Ash. We'll start, I think, down here. No, here. Scoot that way if we need to. Crusader, Dragon, and a Quick Draw have all spawned down here as well. So I think priority 1 is going to be the SRM carrier. Priority 2 is going to be this cluster down here. I'm thinking maybe Hoser is not in such a great position. We might be trying to cross this river sooner rather than later. Okay, we've won initiative again. BV is all at 100%. Artillery landing in 1 turn. I'm trying to get eyes on this SRM carrier, but he's hiding behind those woods. He's doing a very effective job of hiding behind those woods. I guess we'll engage this Crusader to begin with. Okay, so that's medium range on the SRM carrier, and it should only be through 1 woods. Maybe start taking pot shots at the Saracen to begin with. Yeah, Hoser is badly out of position. Maybe moving down this river and we can cover this zone from up here. We'll see. We'll see where they go. Alright. SRM carrier, first and foremost. We've got 8s. We'll take a couple of 8s. For sure. Boo, we need to stay together. But we could surround them. We got the Panther on 12s. Yeah, I was trying to react to each group of enemies instead of trying to... it probably wasn't the best idea to try to respond proactively. And ended up splitting our forces pretty badly. That's on me. We'll see how it goes. Eesh. 15. Aye. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for them to get a little bit closer. Alright, Blackjack at the SRM carrier. Hits it in the left side with a large laser, costing it a movement point, which means it's going to be super slow now, because it wasn't fast to begin with. Hoser missing on 12s. Stalker landing 8 LRMs on the Crusader, hitting the head for the first 5, forcing his first consciousness check, and 3 to the left torso. Following that with 6 more to the center torso and right leg. Saracen missing, the Dragon Landing 6 LRMs on Ash's Archer to the center torso and left leg on a lucky 11. Crusader at the Archer landing. Oh, this is an LRM 10 Crusader. Let me check this guy out. Yeah, he's got more heat sinks. He's got less LRMs. He doesn't have machine guns. Yeah, I don't think I'm too worried about this Crusader. I think it has some up armor as well. Yeah, it definitely does. It has pretty close to max armor. Our Ash took 20 plus damage, needs a 5, gets a 5. Blackjack, Awesome, Stalker, and Archer are all at 0 heat, as is the Cronus. Enemies are also all still at 0 heat. We've won initiative again. Thumpers and Long Tom will be landing in 1 turn. Yeah, let's try to close the gap. I think we're gonna be trying to regroup here sooner rather than later. Oh man, where do we go and what do we do? Trying to take some more shots at this SRM carrier, that's for one thing. Anything now, thank you. Maybe start wailing on this galleon and then pull back. Try to draw them into Warwolf's range. Oh, unloaded foot platoon. It's a shame we don't have machine guns on any of our mechs. Alright, Thumper lands on the terrain, Thumper lands on terrain, Long Tom lands on terrain, turns the light woods into a rough. Thumper scatters off board. We've got 7s on the Saracen. And like I said last week, I always try to take out hover vehicles sooner rather than later, or at least try to nail their skirts. We'll build up 2 heat, since we didn't jump or anything this turn. We've got 9s on the Panther. Kill the SRM carrier. Yeah, that's oh dang, that was what Tsubasa was gonna do. I saw the Saracen and I got distracted. Yeah, that SRM carrier needs to go. Got 12s on the galleon. 4, 5, 6 for running, 7, 8 for his movement, 9, 10 for... Oh, I forgot Ash has swapped ranges. So we've got 10s on the Panther, 9s on the Crusader. You know what? It's the best shot we've got. Alright, let's try and take out this pack rat real quick. And then we can also throw a 9 at this Crusader for 1 heat. We've got 12s on the SRM carrier, or we've got 8s on the Panther, and 8 and 10s. Alright, the quick draw, landing a medium laser on Ash's center torso, the pack rat missing. Blackjack at the Saracen, hitting it in the turret for 8, leaving it with 16 armor. Galleon missing, Panther landing a PBC on the Blackjack's left arm. Ash at the Crusader, hitting him in the head again, forcing the second consciousness check, which he does pass. Medium lasers also to the left leg and left arm. Galleon missing, Von Luckner at the Blackjack missing on 9s and 11s. Why is... Wait, is he got an SPA? Yeah, he's a weapon specialist in the SRM-6. Interesting. Could be worse, could be the autocannon. Hoser on 9s, landing 2 out of 3 on the Panther to the left leg and center torso. The Saracen at the Blackjack, landing 1 SRM to the left arm, which just took a PPC hit, was it? Anyway, the left arm is down to 2 armor. Whitworth missing on 8s. Stalker at the Pack Rat, landing a large laser to the left side, immobilizing it. 5 SRMs to the left side, stunning the crew, the front and the rear. Left side and the left side, destroying the Pack Rat completely. The Dragon at the Blackjack missing on 9s and 11s, landing 6 LRMs to the right leg and left torso. The Crusader at the Blackjack missing on 10s, 11s, and landing 8 LRMs to the left arm, which goes internal but doesn't get any criticals, and the left torso. That Blackjack is just about to... Oh, shoot. Sorry, I know that was probably loud. I kicked the table. The mic is on. The Cronus at the Panther, hitting the center torso and critting on the gyro. That Panther is going down, I'd bet. And a medium laser to the left torso. The Panther, in fact, does not go down because he's got a piloting skill of 3, and he rolled pretty well. We can hatchet some infantry, killing 2 guys. Blackjack and Awesome are both at 2 heat. The Stalker is at 1 heat. Panthers are both at 2 heat. The Crusader is at 5. The Quick Draw is at 3. We've won initiative again going into round 3. We're at 98%. They're at 92%. Thumper and Long Tom's landing next turn. Infantry platoon trying to maneuver or something. We'll have Warwolf back up, try to keep some distance. Definitely want, well, with Hoser, do we follow the river this way? We're going to have to either go through or around this. That's going to slow us down. But then once we get to this area, we'll be able to cover a fair amount of the map. Or we can take a longer path this way through the water and down here to regroup with the rest of the crew. And I am open to suggestions if anyone wants to give me advice one way or the other. Do we regroup or do we find a sniper spot over here? Also, where's that SRM carrier? There he is. We need to take him out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Maybe with some ER large lasers. Keep track of the turn count? Yeah. You've got other bad guys coming in from the northeast, turn 10. So, yeah, I think that settles it. I think I'm going to have Hoser head south and regroup. Regroup is always good. Yeah, I agree. I did not do a good job of deploying for this mission, and that's on me. On the other hand, I mean, we are doing some pretty good work, especially on this Panther right here. I don't want to be super close to the SRM carrier, but he can't hit me from here. Whitworth needs a 3 for entering water, gets a 10. Thumper lands on terrain, Thumper lands on terrain, Long Tom lands on terrain, Thumper lands on terrain. I did not count the hexes. We'll take a couple of 9s, maybe we get lucky. We'll take a couple of 7s. Don't need to get super lucky on that. We'll have Stiletto follow up on that. I think with everything but the large to keep the heat in check. Actually, we could throw in the large and only be at 3 heat. Yeah, let's go full alpha. Oh, that quick draw has already closed in on us. Well, let's see how he feels about being 2 hexes away from a Stalker. A Stalker specifically with double heat sinks. Seven, 11. Looks like 7's going to be our best shot. We'll be at 2 heat. We need 10s. 4, 5 for walking, 7, 8, 9. And that close range, man. That just... 8's on the Panther. Yeah, I'm not used to that special ability that Ash picked up. The one that swaps your range brackets. Alright, the quick draw. Landing 3 medium lasers and 3 SRMs on Ash to the left leg, left torso twice. Left leg, left arm twice. Panther landing 3 SRMs on Ash to the left leg, right arm, right torso. Panther landing 3 SRMs on the Cronus. Would have hit the head, but instead goes to the arms. Hoser landing 1 out of 3 PBCs on 7s to the left torso. The Galleon missing, the Von Luckner missing on 12s. The Cronus on the Panther hitting the right arm with the large laser, medium lasers to the right leg and left torso, destroying the torso and blowing off the arm. Transferring into the center torso and critting on the gyro and engine. And that's, I believe, a second hit on that gyro, so he is definitely going down this turn. Small laser to the center torso, critting on the gyro again. And the SRMs miss, unfortunately. The Saracen needing 9s, landing an SRM and 6 LRMs on Ash to the right torso, left leg. Panther was feeling a lot of love. Yeah, he's going down. And with 3 structure left on his torso, he might die in the crash. Stalker on the quick draw, missing with the first large laser, but the second one goes to the leg, the right leg. Medium laser to the head, forcing his first consciousness check, or her first consciousness check. Medium laser to the center torso. Both of the SRMs miss. And 10 missiles hit infantrymen, killing 4 guys. The Dragon landing an autocannon 5 on the Blackjack center torso. And 10 L-arms to the left torso. Down to 2 armor on that left torso. That Blackjack is really getting torn up on that left side. The left arm is breached, the left torso is down to 2 armor. Crusader at the Blackjack, lands 5 LRMs to the left arm, which destroys it and transfers into the left torso. And then 3 more LRMs to the left arm, transferring into the left torso, going internal. Archer on the Panther, landing medium lasers to the right arm, center torso, and left leg. Blackjack stays standing, Ash stays standing. Panther automatically falls, gyro destroyed, lands on the center torso, and is destroyed by damage. That Panther goes to the Cronus. Let me make a note of that. so that I don't forget between now and next week. Okay, everyone loves the blackjack also. Yeah, indeed. That's one of our ER large lasers down and out. Quick draw needs a 7 to stay standing, gets a 10. Physical attacks. Let us hatchet this quick draw. Everyone gave that Panther some beatdown. No one did it quite as well as the Cronus did, though. 2 gyro hits in one turn and the engine hit, and left it with 3 structure, which is, I think, ultimately what killed it. Knocking it down. The gyro destruction led to the center torso destruction, and the Cronus basically caused both of those things. Hatchet him in the left arm, going through the armor and leaving 7 structure remaining. We're at 1 heat, 2 heat, 3 heat. The Panther is at 5, the Whitworth is at 2, the Quick Draw is at 3. We've won initiative. It's going into round 4, so 6 turns until mysterious enemies arrive. Thumpers and Long Toms landing next turn. Alright, let's look at Tsubasa. That is not good. All that damage has been concentrated just in those 2 locations, and that kind of sucks. We still have 1 ER large laser. We can fire that at the SRM carrier. That's going to be a slow move. Warwolf maybe backing up, trying to get some distance. Ash will wait. Cronus. Stiletto. Maybe in the back of this dragon? No, because that's also in front of the SRM carrier. About there, into the back of the dragon. Through 2 woods, but... Actually, I forgot I want to be outside of 3 hexes with her. And that's not going to be in the rear. But that is. Thumper landing on the Crusader for 5 points to the left leg. Long Tom landing on the Saracen to the left side, stunning the crew, and the Crusader to the left leg again. And then the Thumper scatters and misses. SRM carrier. Wait, how has the SRM carrier got that much range? Tell me he needs like 11s. Okay. He's still probably going to hit with at least 1 of those. We've got 3s on the Whitworth. Maybe we can knock him down and breach him in the water. 3s and 7s. SRM carrier is definitely the priority here, I think. I cannot afford to let the thing get any closer. We're going to go ahead and do as close to an Alpha Strike as we can. Skipping the 12s. We've got 8s on the quick draw with all of our close range stuff, which we are going to then unleash. Now we've got an LRM 10 on 8s or 9s. Let's see if we can't. Maybe we'll get lucky on this Panther. If we roll an 8 to hit, I will kick myself because we could have killed someone, but it is what it is, I guess. And we've got 8s on the Saracen, which with this many medium lasers, we should hit with about 4 of them. Alright, the quick draw, landing a medium laser to the Stalker's left leg and center torso, 3 SRMs to the left leg, center torso, and right arm. SRM carrier missed with everything. Blackjack missing on a 10. Galleon missing on an 11. Panther missing on 10s and 12s. Hoser landing hits on the PPs with PPCs on the Whitworth to the left torso critical, the right torso, and the center torso. Large laser also to the center torso. He is a PPC from being cored. Fingers crossed the Luckner's AC 20 doesn't land. Ooh, yeah, I didn't think of that. No, it absolutely did. On an 11, got a 12. Hits the center torso, destroyed the searchlight, and leaves us with 8 armor remaining. Hopefully it doesn't knock us down. Yeah, I forgot the Von Luckner was a serious threat. And 4 SRMs to the arms and torso. The Cronus at the SRM carrier missing on a 6 with the large laser. Landing only a medium laser to the right side. That's unfortunate. The Whitworth at the Cronus landing hits to the left leg and left arm. Missing with the LRMs. The Stalker at the Quick Draw landing large lasers to the left leg and right torso. Medium laser to the right leg. Medium laser to the right torso. 3 SRMs to the right arm, right torso. Going internal and critting on the SRM ammo, and the Quick Draw is destroyed by ejection. All kinds of crits, all kinds of things blown off. It's just pieces. The Dragon landing 6 LRMs on Ash's Archer to the left leg and left arm. Kaboom is right. Crusader landing a medium laser on Ash's right torso. Ash returning fire at the Saracen, immobilizing it with the first hit, and then landing several more hits. Not enough to kill it, but it is immobile, so it'll be a much easier target next turn. Let's see. Cronus stays standing, Whitworth stays standing. We're going over on time, but that is okay for right now. I think I'm going to be able to finish this next round, and then we'll have to call it, though. And I appreciate you guys' patience waiting for me while I did all those repairs and stuff. Hoser is at 1 heat, Stalker is at 3 heat, Panther is at 8, Whitworth is at 6. We're at 90%, they're at 64. Actually, depending on how this round goes, we might actually have them down to 50% by the end of this turn. Alright, Tsubasa is going to jump far enough to be evasive. Actually, I'm going to wait until I know where the SRM carrier is so I can respond to that. Hoser can only go 1 hex this turn. Needs a 2. We got this. Okay, the SRM carrier went there. Okay. Yeah, we'll go 5 hexes. That gives us some evasion. It does leave our left side kind of exposed, but hopefully 2 points of evasion is enough. We needed repairs. Yeah, we did. Okay, yeah, so that was the Quick Draw. Oh yeah, that one got marked. I don't need to make a note of that. I was like, where'd that pilot come from for a second, but now I remember. Let me think. That's long range, so that's gonna be +4, 5 for walking, -4 for immobile, +1 for the woods. So we're looking at a total of +2. So that's gonna be 6s on the Saracen. Shouldn't be a problem. Warwolf, I think, is going to advance on the Crusader, perhaps. Stiletto, who just took a massive hit from that autocannon 20. Looking really rough in that center torso area. But can also get in behind this SRM carrier real quick. maybe finish that job. Thumper lands on the Panther to the right arm for 5, leaving it with 0 armor. Thumper lands on the Galleon to the right side for 5, leaving it with 5. Long Tom lands on some terrain, turns heavy woods into light woods. Thumper lands on infantry, kills all the dudes. Alright, first things first, let's have Stiletto on this SRM carrier on 6s and 10s and just unload everything. Tsubasa, I guess on the Crusader as an 8 or a 3 on the Saracen. I think Ash is going to be going for the Saracen though. On 6s, yeah. Wait, hold on. Which side is weakest? That is going to be the right side, which we are targeting, and hopefully we hit him with at least 3 of those. I guess we'll take a pot shot at the Crusader on an 8 and some 10s. Hoser's got the Whitworth at medium range on 4s. And A and 8. For 2 heat? Yeah, we'll do that. Warwolf on the Galleon, I think. Or the Crusader on an 8. Maybe we can split fire. We'll go 7s and 9s here. 8s, 9s. 9s, yeah. We'll take the 8s. And we'll take an 8 there, and that puts us at 4 heat for the turn. Okay, the Cronus at the SRM carrier, hitting it in the rear with pretty much everything and destroying it with a fuel tank hit. And just straight up damage. The Galleon missing, the Panther hitting the Stalker on the left leg for 10. Archer at the Saracen hitting it in the rear, hitting it in the right side, and right side destroying the Saracen. The Galleon missing, the Von Luckner at the Cronus again, missing on 10s and 12s. Blackjack at the Crusader missing on 8s and 10s. The Whitworth missing on 7s. Hoser landing PPC on the Whitworth's left torso, which goes internal and crits on the LRM-10 ammo, destroying it and causing the pilot to black out. Landing in water. That pilot's gonna die. That is, that's 3 kills in 1 turn. That's the SRM carrier, that's the Saracen, and that's the Whitworth, all in 1 turn. Kaboom again, indeed. And follow that up with a PVC hit to the head. Terrell Silva has ejected, so no damage is dealt because of the ammunition explosion. And the large laser transfers to the center torso. The Dragon landing 10 missiles on the Awesome. Half of them hit the left leg, which is behind cover because he's in water, and the other 5 to the left arm. And there goes Hoser's paint. The Crusader missing on 12s and 11s, landing 10 LRMs on Ash's left arm and right torso. The Stalker at the Galleon landing a large laser to the front, medium laser to the front, and nothing else. It's got 1 structure left on that Galleon's front end. Missed the Panther and everything. Physical attacks? Yeah, let's step on this Galleon on a 5. And we kicked the Galleon in the front for 17, which destroys it. So, almost killed 1 Galleon and did kill the other with a kick. They're down to 3 mechs, and they are in fact down to 7 units total, 39% of their BV. I'll go ahead and do 1 more turn. And that should be it for this mission. Thumpers and Mobile Long Tom landing in 1 turn. Tsubasa, they're catching up to you. I want you out of there. Yeah, we'll walk it. We'll tag that Crusader on his right side. How is he looking? He is, oh, weak on the head, weak on the left side. His right side is actually his strong side. That's okay. 3 PPCs at that kind of at medium range shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Ash can come in here and get in close to the Crusader, because he's got his primary weapon is LRMs. The SRMs, I guess, are kind of secondary. I mean, like, secondarily his primary weapon. His primary weapon is LRMs and SRMs, is what I'm trying to say. The medium lasers don't really count, and he doesn't have machine guns. So, really, at close range, all he's got is the 2 lasers and the 2 SRMs. Whereas we've got all the lasers and the hatchets. Oh, I forgot the lasers are less effective at close range. You may hit the rear of the Crusader. No, that's firmly in his right arc. Austin to Crusader. Yeah, no, that is direct line into his right arc. There's no way I can hit his rear from there. I would have to be on the other side of can we, where is it? Client settings. Is there any way I can get the hexes to show up a little more clearly? Graphics, map sheet borders, no. I do want level highlighting. I don't know why that was off. Tile set, we're gonna go from 6 Arba to high quality 6 Arba maybe. Yeah. Let's see what that changes. Oh, it still doesn't really show the hexes. But in order to get to his rear arc, I'd have to be closer to behind him than one of these hexes, this hex, this hex, this hex. You can't really see it, but there's a line where those hexes converge, and you have to be within those 2 lines to get his rear arc. And we're not. So, yeah. No, we're not self-destructing. This Von Luckner, however, has loads of armor and the autocannon 20. Do we just want to get away from him, maybe? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's extreme range. He is, however, in our rear arc, because this is that line I was talking about. Jump onto him. I had not thought of that. Yeah, we can kick him. And we can shoot the dragon. That would be in his left side. But he doesn't have a strong or weak side right now. But yeah. Okay, that's a bet. No LOS? Oh, because of the woods. Well, it's whatever. As long as I keep Stiletto safe for this turn, I'm thinking that at the end of this turn, it's going to be over. Back up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not quite ideal range for the LRMs, but that's okay. It's medium range for everything else. Blackjack has fled. Yes, we know that. Mobile Long Tom hits some terrain for some damage, but nothing important. Starting with the Crusader on 5s. 1, 2, 3. And we'll throw in a 9 for 3 heat. What we're gonna do, we're gonna skip the larges there. We're gonna actually 10s. I kind of want to kill this galleon, and it's not going to be an easy shot. So we'll throw a couple of 8s there. 10s or 10s. We'll throw some 10s at the back of the Panther. And a 9 or 2. Ash was going to shoot at the Crusader, right? 8s, 12s. Yeah, we'll go with the 8s. And follow that up with a hatchet. Cronus has eyes on the Galleon on a 17. That's not going to happen. Maybe we'll start a fire. We'll ignite the woods. Oh, we succeeded. So Awesome on the Crusader hits the center torso and the left arm and the center torso again. So that's 18 points off of center torso, and that will be a PSR at the end of the round. Panther landing a PPC at the Stalker's right arm. Stalker at the Galleon does land a hit on that right side, which was already damaged, and destroys the Galleon. Medium laser to the Panther's left leg. 6 LRMs to the right leg and left torso rear. The Dragon missing on 9s and 11s. The Archer at the Crusader landing medium lasers to the right arm, center torso, right arm, right leg. Down to 10 armor on that right arm, down to 6 armor on that center torso. Crusader at the Archer landing a medium laser to the left arm, medium laser to the right arm. 5 SRMs to the left arm, down to 0 armor, left torso. Would have been the head, but rerolled with edge. 2 more going into the left arm, critting on the shoulder. Now we're going to have to replace that arm, you bastard. And then 4 more SRMs to the left arm, critting on the hand. Right torso, left leg, and right arm. The Cronus fire starts to fire. Ash stays standing, Crusader stays standing. And maybe we can we kick him on a 3? Yeah, we can kick him on a 3. And we can kick the Von Luckner on a 6. Kick the Crusader in the left leg for 14. He's down to 7 structure. The Cronus missed his kick missed her kick on the Von Luckner. Nobody goes down. Pirate Terrell Silva needs a 5 to wake up and stays unconscious. Hoser's right is at 3 heat, the Stalker's at 1, the Panther is at 9, the Crusader is at 4. Down to 4, I should say, because he sank more than he built up. We've lost initiative going into round 7, but it doesn't really matter because we have beaten them quite soundly. They're down to 35% of their BV and down to less than half of their units. And at that point, we will go ahead and declare victory. Although, since we did it after the beginning of the next round, artillery is still going to land. So, yeah, victory takes place at the end of the round. Fortunately, artillery did not land on us. And Terrell Silva finally woke up. Yes, we saved the salvage, because just in case it glitches out. Warwolf got 4 kills, Hoser got 1, Ash got 1, Stiletto got 1. Nice. Kills for everyone. Yes, we controlled the battlefield. Blackjack lost an arm and went internal on the left torso. That's going to be an ER large laser we have to replace. Ash took some armor damage and almost lost her left arm. And Hoser took a medium laser to an arm. Scratched the paint, literally. Panther escaped, Von Luckner escaped, yeah, the Crusader escaped. The Demolisher, the Partisan, and the Devastator never entered the field. Do we want to salvage any of this stuff? Not really. We can get cash for it instead. It's just a couple million C-bills, but like we don't need the parts. Let's see, did we capture anyone? We did capture some foot soldiers. And we did capture one of the guys from the Saracen, Jamie Lynch. Why does that name sound familiar? The foot platoon died to artillery. The Panther goes to the Cronus, which is Stiletto. So we've got Stiletto with 2 kills, Warwolf with 4, Hoser with 1, Ash with 1. So everyone got at least 1 kill, which is nice. Forced withdrawal of at least 50%. We did that. Scenario victory point. We're good to go. Call that a victory. Let's go ahead and save our game. And with that, I will have to let you all go. So thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. I'm glad you were all able to join me. And I hope you're able to join me next week when we take on this next mission that we've got lined up. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. We did get extra time today, about 22 minutes by my clock. Don't forget to join the Discord. I know I haven't been on the Discord a whole lot lately because of work. I will make an attempt to try to spend more time on the Discord starting tonight. But first I need a cigarette, so we're gonna go ahead and call it here, and thanks again for joining me. Have a good night, and we'll see you next week.